Hi everyone. So today I'm going to give you a sneak peek into my library. So let's get to it. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Monica. For those of you who don't know me, I've been in the industry for over 35 years. And today we're going to go over the books that are in my library. Now, for you veteran script supervisors, you may already have some of these books in your library, but I think I have a couple of surprises that you may not. So stay tuned for those. And for those of you who are just getting into the industry or want to just, up your library of script supervisor books, I have a few here that are very interesting and really are must-haves for your library if you are really serious about upping your game as a script supervisor. So let's talk about the first one. The first one I want to talk to you about is called The Role of Script Supervision in Film and Television by Shirley Ulmer. Now, this is a very special book. Not only is this book, but this particular book is very special to me because it was given to me by a script supervisor who had been in the industry for quite a while. Her name was Brianne Murphy, and she was a script supervisor. Then she went on to become a DP, a director of photography, and she was actually the first woman ever to be let into the union, into the ASC union in 1973 as the first woman DP. So she's actually, if you look her up, she's pretty famous in that way. And then she went on to become a director, and that's actually where I met her. She was the director on a TV series I was doing in Puerto Vallarta in Mexico, and she's a wonderful woman, loved her to death. And she gave me this book, and she gave me a few other books, but this particular one is great because the one thing that I love about the way Shirley Ulmer describes her shots, it's very clean and very easy to read. And this is the one thing that you want to make sure that as a script supervisor, your notes are clear. And Shirley does a great job of doing that. In fact, when I first started, I modeled my notes after her style. So this is a really great one. Okay, so the next one I want to talk to you about is called Script Continuity and the Production Secretary. Okay, so you can tell by the name of the book, it's an old book. 1977 was the publication date, and it's by Avril Rollins. This was another one that was given to me by Brianne. And it's a great book because it's an easy read. It's thin, and it's very, the illustrations, I love the illustrations. It talks about how to describe shots. It also talks about the sequence of editing sequences, and it also talks about the practical side of what if you're working on location, some of the things that you should remember when you're on location. And I love all the illustrations. They're really fun illustrations in the book as well. So that's another one, Script Continuity and Production Secretary. Okay, so the next one I want to talk to you about is called Beyond Continuity. And this one's by Mary Cebulski. Sorry, Mary, if I butchered your name, but I think that's how you pronounce it. This is a really great one. This is actually the 2014 version. I know that there is a newer one, and I put the link in the comments so you can find that latest edition. And the great thing about this book is there's several things about this one that I like, and I've kind of, it has some really great production reports and how they're filled out, and it also has, this particular one talks a lot about, if you work a lot with storyboards, it talks a lot about how to do storyboarding. And also has some samples of some script supervision, and you'll notice that some of these notes are not as neat as other ones, and it's really important to use a ruler when you're using your lines. Some of these don't have ruler lines, but there are some in here that do, so it's showing you different samples of different script supervising notes. And again, it has a lot of illustrations on if you work a lot with storyboarding and how to number the storyboards. So that's Beyond Continuity. So this is a really good one to have as well. Okay, and the next one I want to talk to you about is called Script Supervising and Film Continuity by Pat Miller. I have the second edition and I also have third edition. So these books are, I believe the published date is 1999. So these are fairly new as well. And the great thing about Pat's books, she basically gives you a lot of illustrations on screen direction, which is really great. She also has a great diagram on the sizes of your, of the shot. So it shows you exactly what a close-up is, a medium shot, a full shot, and it shows you, with a nice illustration. The other thing I like about this book is in the back, in the appendix, it has samples of forms, so you can, choose. It has some forms that you might want to choose from. So that's Pat Miller's book. And the last one that I want to talk to you about is called Translations of Film and Video Terms into Italian, into Spanish. They also have it in German and in French and in Japanese. So if you do script supervision in those languages, these are really must-haves to have in your library, because sometimes, every industry has their own legalese. Like lawyers have their own terms, doctors have their own terms, and we have our own terms also in the industry. So for example, how do you translate a gaffer or best boy, or how do you say roll camera, and these books have all the translations, and it's a very easy, it's like a dictionary really. It has the term here, and then over here it has a translation and also the pronunciation as well. So these are really must-haves if you speak another language to have in your arsenal of books. So that's it. These are my books. Well, some of them anyway. I have many other ones in my book, and I'll maybe do a review on some of those other ones. But these are the main ones that I refer to quite a bit, actually. So if you like these, leave me a comment. If you have other books that you might want me to review as well, put them in the comments, and because I'm always looking for new books too. So that's it. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.